It's me also. My name is Esther Iti. I'm the director of program for WatchPave. Some of you will have met me on Everything on Data and on WatchPave also. So I'm the director of programs for WatchPave. I have an experience. My experience is that I'm an educationist and a business intelligence and data analyst. Whereby we went to Everything on Data, we learned data analytics from Everything on Data School, and I'm an educationist to the core. My first degree is in education. My second degree also is in education. So I have experience in customer service management with a demonstrated history of working in the education management industry, skilled in SQL, customer service and experience, data analysis and business intelligence, and general knowledge inculcation also. So I'm a satisfied trainer, a data analyst, business intelligence analyst, and the NGO trainer also. So our favorite quote at WatchPave means our favorite quote at WatchPave that make sure that what you are doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. Most people who are familiar with us at WatchPave, or who has been constant with us at WatchPave, know that this has been our quote right from time. That you make sure that whatever you are doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. So whatever you want to become tomorrow, make sure that what you want to become tomorrow, you start doing it today. Start possessing, start acquiring what you want to become tomorrow. By that time you start doing it, you'll be getting closer to your dreams and becoming what you want to be, where you want to be tomorrow. So executive summary at WatchPave. That WatchPave, a 21st century woman needs more than just being the other room. Because most people believe that, okay, the work of a woman ends up in the kitchen, or the work of a woman ends up just staying at home. But no, in WatchPave, it is beyond that. Even those that we even have that as stay-at-home moms, we find them doing something great, even on WatchPave platform. We always talk of a lady who is a stay-at-home mom, and then in which she attends all our training from time to time. She was even able to go and train other members outside as a result of the training she learned from us. So in WatchPave, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a working class mom, will make you relevant in wherever you are. So the role of a 21st century woman is to acquire the required skill needed for the future ahead, through inculcation of current trends and technology skills in order to remain relevant and self-sufficient. So we'll make you relevant and we'll make you self-sufficient as a woman. So WatchPave is a registered NGO for women focusing on the following areas. What we focus on at WatchPave, the first, number one, is building excellence capabilities for women in STEM-related fields. Then two, engaging women in key life skills for self-discovery and sustenance. And the skills you're acquiring today, whatever you've learned today, nobody can take it away from you. The only thing you just need to do as a woman is develop yourself more. Fine, it might not teach you all today, but at least you have a knowledge of whatever we've learned today. And as a result, you can develop yourself better from there. Then they teach current soft and digital skills to women for relevance in business and world at large. So even the skills we are teaching you, you might think it might not be relevant now, but you don't know where you might find yourself tomorrow. At least even wherever you find yourself tomorrow, you always believe that you have an idea of what you're expected to do. Then number four, non-stop women education, mentoring and empowerment. Five, sustainable partnership for women to upskill, upskill and become empowered. So these are executive summary at WatchPave. So our target segments at WatchPave, we have the global women, women in Africa. Then we're looking at people who become one thing about this target segment is that we want WatchPave to be recognized in all locality. Wherever you find yourself, be an ambassador of WatchPave. Wherever you find yourself, make yourself relevant for other women in your community, or make yourself relevant for other women in your community. So our target area are just working class women, non-working women, women in tertiary institutions, women in high school and fresh graduates. So all we have to do is just bring women together to acquire the system skills that are relevant and needed for the future. So our vision at WatchPave, the WatchPave vision is to reimagine, become what you want to be known for, reimagine it. Whatever you want to be known for, this is what I want to do. Always make sure the imagination keeps coming to your head. You want to keep imagining it for what you want to become, then you find yourself doing or becoming that thing at the end of the day. Then recreate, choose who you want to be, create it, whatever you want to be, create it in your mind. Create what you want to be. I want to be this big. I want to be a top manager. I want to be this. I want to be that. Create it in your mind, and you find yourself doing it. Another vision is reinvent, dominate your space, be relevant. It's all yours. Whatever you need to do, dominate that space, be relevant, and it is all yours. So our goals at WatchPave, that we align to the sustainable development goals of transformational women empowerment in the below 7 areas. So in WatchPave, we say no to poverty, we say no to zero hunger, we give quality education, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, reduce inequality, and partnerships for the goals. So these are our goals at WHPIV. Then where we are so far, our trainings that we've done so far, those who have been with us, we know we've begun the training since the beginning of this year. I've been going on and on. So we are training on blockchain, business model canvas, e-commerce, power apps, and so on and so forth. And so our training keeps going on a monthly basis. So where we are going, I've said this as some of our things in WHPIV at WHPIV are building excellent capability for women in STEM-related field, non-stop education, mentoring, and empowerment, fair reach out and community programs. Then teach current soft skills for women for relevance in business and world at large. Sustainable partnership for women to upskill and become empowered. So how do we get there? That to drive our sustainable development goals for women, we are open to various areas of support, grant, and collaboration. So we have women who might want to support our NGO platform in terms of partnership, trainings, grants, collaboration, and sponsorship. In terms of partnership, we have companies who have decided to come and partner with us. Even some of them were even given an internship job through the training we did on Power Apps. And some people even got emails in building an app, and they invited them for an internship program. Then for trainings also, we're open for training. If you feel as a woman, you have a skill that you decide to teach other people, you can feel that other women also can learn from it, then you can bring it up. You can just discuss with me, organize a period for it, and you come to train. Like the training we're having today is one of the women on the platform who brought in someone to come and train for us. She was supposed to be the one available for now, but she's not available. So she brought in someone to come and train on her behalf. So she was able to volunteer, at least make sure she passed the skill she has. She wants everybody to benefit also from it. So she came to us that she can train. So we allowed her in. So if you think you have a skill that any woman, you feel you can allow any woman to learn from, anyone to learn from. So we're open for training also. We're open for grants, for collaboration, and sponsorship also. So our collaboration so far, those who have partnered with us and who have collaborated with us, we have Infineon Technology Limited. So Infineon are the ones who decided to bring in an internship program for those who are able to build an app using Power App. When we did our training on Power App, some of us who joined them can remember how it went there. So we have collaboration with ladies to tech, everything on data and text as also. So our events so far, the events we've done so far at WHPIV, this was our training on blockchain. So all our trainings are always virtual. So that's why we encourage members to always join our training. So this was our training on blockchain, and this is another training on strategic business model canvas, where we're told how you build your business using a model canvas. So they gave us the model canvas as which you can use to build and the strategies you need to follow when building your business. So we had another training on e-commerce, how you can build your business online, placing your business on the online market. This is another training on e-commerce. This is also on e-commerce also. Then we had our training on Power Apps virtual training also. This was when we brought in some trainers on Power Apps using the Microsoft Power Platform. And we've done that already. We're able to work with all the app on Microsoft Power Platform. We did Power App, Microsoft Power Apps, Microsoft Virtual Agents, Microsoft Automate, Power Automate, and Power BI also. So this is one of our training on Power Apps virtual training. There's another training on Power App also. When we build out to build app, then we have another training on Power Automate and Power Virtual Agent training. So this is also some of the training on the Microsoft Power Platform also. So we have them like that. Then we have trainer section on e-commerce. One thing we do at WHPIV is that wherever you've trained on, we always encourage, we always tell other women to participate in the training, because you can come back, we can call on you to come back, to come and give back to the community. It's not just about you learning, but for you to be able to give back to the community also. So the trainer session we had on e-commerce was as a result of those who attended an e-commerce training session in the previous month, to be able to bring it back for those who are just joining us newly, so that they can participate in the training also. So we told them we organize another e-commerce training, which is the trainer session. So those who participated then were one trained other women, because they're able to, what they learned from them, they're able to give back to the community. They came back to give back to the community to make sure other women learn also. So it's also some of it on the trainer section. And we can see most people are making money from this e-commerce, helping people to build their business online and putting their business for them on the online market. And they are already making money from it as a result of learning from WHPIV. And this was our training for last month, which is Microsoft Power BI. some of us were part of the training also, how we can build a standard Power BI dashboard, a Power BI dashboard, a Power BI report also. So this was all what we did in the training. So that's our training so far on Bootstrap. And now we're having another one on web design training. So I want to encourage us to always be part of our training at all times, because everything in life they say is an opportunity. So the training you are learning for free today, so many people spend a lot of money to attend trainings, and at the end of the day they find themselves not even being relevant. But since you have the opportunity of learning for free, I always encourage us to always participate in our trainings, always attend our trainings. I'm sure we'll become relevant and we'll make use of it at the end of the day. So I want to thank you all for attending today's training and welcome to today's training. So without taking much of our time, I'll be introducing us to our facilitator for today, in person of Mr. Francis Abiodun, who will be taking us today's training on web design. Please welcome Mr. Francis. You can take the floor now.
Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me.
Please, can we all hear Mr. Francis?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Once again, thank you, and I welcome every one of you to this Steve is doing a great thing. New to me, I was asked to come and take this session by a friend, person of Vivian, and I thank her for the opportunity. And also, Madam, thank you for the opportunity. Today, we want to look at web design. Web design is a wide world, a big environment, a big world, so to speak. But in the big situation, you can also narrow it down. What is web design? Web design is just or what is website? Website is giving an online presence, making yourself, your product, your opinion, whatsoever known online. And there are many platforms this to achieve. And that's why we have web design. And it's very essential. There are some situations where you want to have job opportunity or business opportunity, and they ask you, do you have a website? And start looking, you don't have a website. Well, this is an opportunity for us to learn how to design a website, and who is going to be my target audience. My target audience is those who do not have knowledge of designing websites. Because if you have a web design knowledge, you would know already. You would have known so many things. But for those that do not have knowledge about building a website, this set of people would be my target audience. And I want you to understand that web design training, web design understanding is not an end in itself. It's a journey, because as I'm still learning. Whoever is a web designer is also still learning, because there are so many things involved in web design, depending on what one wants to achieve. So for starters, you have a business, you have an idea, an opinion, you just want it to be up there without spending much or without even spending anything at all. Well, don't let me say spending anything at all. At least out of 100%, maybe you will spend 5%, and we'll see that together. I hope we can all still hear me. Hello?
Hello,
cracking.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Some of us can barely hear you.
It's not so clear. It's not so clear.
Okay.
Let me test let me do something about my, let me check my, because I'm using the headset. Let me see what I can see.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, can we hear
Hello?
you clearer?
Yes, it's
Yes.
clearer.
This is better, right?
Yes, yes.
Wow. Do I start all over again? Okay. I was just saying that my target audience would be those who do not have the knowledge of designing a website. Those who do not have the knowledge of designing a website. And I explained what a website is. A website is just an online presence, an online display, an online expression of either your thoughts, your opinion, your products, your service, and the likes. Just like there are many ways you meet people. For instance, I'm meeting Madam Anne, Madam Grace, Madam Victoria, Madam Divine, Madam Olushola, Madam Chioma, and the likes, and the rest of you. I'm meeting you via this medium. We could also meet in person. We could also meet via WhatsApp. We could also meet via Zoom and the likes. But this is one of the ways we could meet. So also, website design, there are so many ways you could express your online, you could express yourself. You could express your product. You could display your product. You could display your opinion and the likes. So with this web design, like I said, my target audience is those who do not have the knowledge. It's a journey. And because of the limited time, because we cannot learn it in one day, we cannot learn it in 1 month. But I can assure you, with what we are going to learn today, you can build something beautiful and display to people out there, which they will like. Am I still audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Now, I'll be introducing us to an application which I've been using for the past 3-4 years, and I've used it to make some money with little amount to pay. And what is it that I paid for? I only paid for 1, a domain name, and I paid for 2, a hosting plan. Because if you need a website, 1, you need a domain name. A domain name makes you unique so that whoever is searching for that name online, there would not be any clash. Oh, this person is Madam Esther Wokpif, and whoever is searching for Esther Wokpif would not see any other Esther Wokpif. We'll see just one Esther Wokpif. That's the essence of that domain name. And that's why we need to go through the process of registering that domain name, and which is at a cost. Also, you need to register, you need to have a hosting plan. What is a hosting plan? The hosting plan is where your expression sits, is where your product sits, your online presence sits. For instance, you have a name, you should have a place you stay, you live. That's an address where you put yourself to sleep, you put your bags, you put your clothes, you put all your belongings to sleep. That's how a hosting plan is. And there are different types of accommodation you have. You could have a one bedroom flat, 2-bedroom flat, 3-bedroom flat, bungalow, duplex, and the likes. So also there are many different hosting plans. They all have different features. Those two, they are essential when you want to have a website. When you now have that, anybody that wants to build a website needs this. Once you have that, the other things you could do at no cost. And that's what I want to introduce you to. Mobilize application. I don't know if anyone has heard that before. Mobilize. Is there anyone in the house that's heard of Mobilize before? Hello?
No,
No.
I haven't heard of it.
Okay. There are other platforms, though. You must have heard of Wix. You must have heard of Squarespace. You must have heard of so many platforms out there. But I'm introducing you to this because you could do it offline. Many people might have the data issue, and because of that, might be running away from anything to do with web design or the likes. This one is offline, and it's all about dragging and dropping. We all see that together. You drag and drop what you want. The name again is Mobilize, and I would like us to go to the I don't know if this should be a practical session in both ways. Either maybe I should be showing it because of time, and you go back to practice, or maybe we do it together. I don't know what is suggested here, please. Any suggestion?
I think it's better you show us as you are doing it.
Okay, thank you. So let me share my screen. I'm going to share my screen now. Can we see my screen? Is my screen visible?
Yes, we can see it, sir.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So this is the website, mobilize.com. Mobilize.com. Once you go to this site, mobilize.com, you just download the application by clicking this. Download for Windows. And if you are using Mac, you download for Mac. So once you do download for Windows, I'm using Windows. Once you download that, this particular application, let me relaunch it. Let me relaunch it. Mobilize. This particular application comes up. Once it comes up, it will ask you to sign in. Because it's new to you, you need to sign up. So, because you must have an account with them. Once you come here, or you won't get here in the first place. Once it launches, you will see the interface where you will be required to sign in. If you put an email, you put an email address for you to sign up. Once you put your email address, it will send a password, and it's also a way of verifying that that email address exists. It will send a password to that email address. You go back to your email address, you fetch the password, then you insert the password into the Mobilize interface. Once you put that into the Mobilize interface, it brings you here. Let me log out. If I log out, do I remember the password? Don't let me do that. So it will bring you here. This is the interface. First of all, you will need, this is what you'll be seeing on the interface. Once you log in, you first thing I would advise you do is come to accounts and do app setting. Because it's an application, there are some settings that will help you. Most of these things are off. They are put off. So for instance, I prefer the dark mode. You can change it to light mode. And once you hover on each of these, you will see what it will give you. Like this dark mode, you can see this is light and this is dark. So you toggle that. Full screen canvas, either you want it full screen or you want it not to be full. All of these, there are settings you could change. Show site styles buttons. You toggle that on too. Then show all reviews, because while you are designing, you could view in mobile mode, you could view in tab mode, and you could view in desktop mode. So depending, so you need to toggle that on so that you can easily switch between or among those tabs. Because if you are designing, you need to put into consideration how those that will be viewing on the mobile phone or the mobile device, how the view would look. You need to put them into consideration. And that's why you hear of responsive website. A responsive website is the one that responds to change in orientation, change in device. For instance, most before in those days, it's usually desktop, laptop, laptop. But because these days mobile devices reign, and most people they check most sites on their phone, you need to also see how these sites will look. Would they look good on their phone? Because it's not all the time it looks good on the desktop or laptop. It's not all the time it will look good on the phone. So a responsive website will take into consideration the laptop view, the desktop view, the tablet view, as well as the mobile view. So once you are done with these settings, you just click OK. Are we still together, please?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Thank you. Once you are done with that, then the next thing you do is come to sites. You could have many sites you are building. You could be building a site for yourself, building a site for your daughter, building a site for One Opinion and SaaS. You could be building a site for Better Nigeria, different sites. You could have them on this application alone, and you could do them free. That's why I'm bringing this up to you. Free, and you could achieve them offline. Now, what you do is create new sites. New sites. Once you click create new sites, at this juncture, you would first need to be online in order to start at all. Then you come to theme. The first thing you see there is page template. All of these, once you click any of them, any of these, it will take you to their website and ask you to pay. They are not free. They are paid, and they have beautiful designs, and they are not free. Now, if you have that money, it's for a whole package, I think is less than 100K, and that's huge money, you know. So if what I would advise is come to the themes. If you come to the themes, this is the only thing that is free here, Mobilize 5. Every other thing here, they are paid for. They are paid for. Then when I was designing with this site, with this application Mobilize some years ago, there were other free things. I think they were just coming into the market then. So many things were free then, unlike now. So just this Mobilize 5. We had Mobilize 1, Mobilize 2, 3, 4, and 5. So then those ones were free, they were included. But now they are not there except Mobilize 5. So once you click this Mobilize 5, before you do that, first give your site a name. Give your site a name. Please, I want someone to give me a suggestion. Which name should we use? So that I won't be the only one talking. Which name should we use as a website name?
Workbeef.
Okay. Workbeef. Am I correct? Is that spelling correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
it's correct.
All right, that's the website name. Then I'll click, like I said, Mobilize 5 is the only free one here, Mobilize 5. Once I click Mobilize 5, it will load the template. Add blank page. Add blank page. Once you click it, do you want to create WorkPiff site based on the Mobilize 5 theme? Okay. Once you do this, you can put off your data and be designing. You can put off your internet and you are good to go in designing. Now, when you do this, you come, if you hover to the left, once you hover to the left, this interface comes up automatically where you see pages, sites, account extensions, and the likes. I would like us to see extensions first so that you see other features. You need internet for this. If you click the extensions, you can see all the templates and their prices. Maybe you like a particular template or theme. This $49, most are $49. They are on and on and on. If you go down, 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 this one is free. You see there's no price attached. That's Twitter feed. But it's a pity we don't have Twitter for now. Then we have Facebook feed. This one also is free. So if you click it, it's installing. I think it has finished installation. Then I cancel. If I go down again, as you can see, it has installed it. It's not showing plus again. It's showing bin that you want to remove it. If I click the Twitter to it to install because it's free. If I go down, 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 down again, if I go down, down, down again, I want to see what is free again. I want to see what is free again. Okay, Mobilize Translator is free. Maybe you want to translate from one language to the other. That one is free. Social comment is also free. You can add it. And SoundCloud, you can also add SoundCloud. So those are extensions. Now, if you go back to the left pane, it's loading. So if you go back to the left pane, at this juncture, if you have finished what you are trying to oh. Okay, sir. If you have finished with the extensions and you've chosen your theme, you could go offline. You don't need internet again. Now, the next thing is come to site. That site we created, we can see it here, WorkPiff. I want to delete this previous one I have here so that we can see that it's just WorkPiff we have. So I've deleted that. So we just have WorkPiff as our site name. I want you to come to setting. When you come to setting, it's going to ask you what will be the domain name. The domain name, site domain. So assuming you have bought a domain name, you just put workpiff.com. But if you put workpiff.com here, by the time you try to launch it, it will take you to the original WorkPiff domain that has been registered. So we won't do that. But you can see whatever you are doing offline too without internet, and we'll see that together. So just let's leave this place as it is. So then we go back. Let's begin our design. First of all, you can see all this here. These are the things we enabled then. This mobile view, this tablet view, this tablet horizontal view, and this desktop or laptop view. So this plus button, that's where we have all our tools, everything we'll be using. If you click the plus button, you will see a whole lot of stuff, starting from your menu to your header, to features, to article, to images. Let me just be clicking this menu, this header, features, article, image and video. If you want to add image or video, gallery, if you have many pictures you want to add, and slider. You have people, you want to talk about your team, you want to talk about your organization, people, you want to put faces. Contact, you want to put your contact with your map there, social media, Facebook and the likes, footer. Then you want to add a form, contact form, sign up form, get in touch form, subscribe form and the likes. You want to put news, you want to put lists, you want to put numbers, or you want to put pricing. Maybe you want to have a cart and you want to display the prices of your product and the likes. All these, they are there. And the good thing is they are free. Now, let's start with, when you are designing a website, what you start with is your menu. When you start with menu, there are 3 different blocks here. This is style, this is style, this is style. This style is without logo. This style is with logo and a button to the right. And this one is with social media and the likes. Let's just pick let's pick this middle one. I've picked it. Once you click it, it adds it. It's either you click it or you drag it and drop it. Like I said earlier, drag and drop. And once you do that, you can click inside your design where you are designing, and that plane, that right plane will leave. And you can see, you can preview what you have selected. Are we all together?
No, sir. Sir, please, can you just go over to where you click on?
Okay. Now, don't forget, I said this plus button is where you have the whole of your tools. Once you click this plus button, the whole of these would come out. And if you scroll down, you will see the many free things that you could add to your website, starting from the menu. This is the first thing there, the menu. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. And in the menu, like every other thing you see here, there are more than one options. So I picked the middle one. And once you pick one, I can pick the whole thing and just pick one. Let me just show you now. I've picked the menu. I come to this, the header. Once I have a header, let me just say I pick this header. If you can see the left pane here, you can see it's hiding by itself.
Yes, sir.
Good. I come to features. Let's say, let me see what I can add. Let me pick this as my feature. I come to article. Let me see this. I can also add this type of article and add this. 3 things I've picked in articles. I come to images and video. Let me say I pick this, images and video. I go to gallery and slider. Maybe I have many things, pictures I want to display. I can click this. As I'm clicking, you see it's automatically adding it to my design page. Do we understand? I come to people. Once I come to people, maybe I want to display our team. I click this as our team. I come to contact, that okay, whoever is viewing this site, so I want him to be able to contact me. Click contact. So on and on and on and on. Now, I said, if you want to leave this environment, just click inside your design page. Just click there and the whole of those would go off. These are everything we have picked. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, let me jump and preview. I've not designed anything, I've not edited anything. This is just by default. Once I click this I button, preview in browser. Once I click the I button, it will launch it in the browser. All these you are doing offline. You don't need to be online. That's the beauty. You don't need to have internet to achieve this. Now, this is what it brought up. These are all we have selected. You see, as I'm scrolling down. These are all what we have selected.
Okay.
Good. Now, we'll now put our content. We want to put our content. First of all, this menu, don't forget, okay, before I go back, before I start to design, I want to delete so that we won't be confused. I want to delete every other thing. So I will only be adding when we get to that stage. So like this contact, I want to remove it. You see this bin is for remove. You want to remove the block. I want to remove it. This another one, I 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 remove it. And this and this. And I want to remove this article too. Oh, I've mistakenly removed the header. I can do back. This is undo remove block. Can we all see that?
Yes, sir.
Good. I do undo. It has brought back the menu. This is what I want to remove. So in case you made a mistake of deleting one thing and you quickly discover, you can just press undo. So this is what I wanted to remove block. So I've removed that. So we have almost a blank page again, except the menu. So I want us to do it step by step. I only showed us all of those to see what we can achieve. Now, this menu, in the menu, most people, they like to have the home button. So there's no home button here. Some people, they like to have several other buttons there. So how do we achieve that? If it's just one you have here, you could multiply it. Just click on, for instance, this about us. Click it. Once you click it, this thing would pop up. Once it pops up, add item. Once you add this item, this plus button, once you add it, can you see it has brought to the right, to the left, another about us? You can add again. You can see that. You can add again. Can you see that? As you are clicking add, it adds. So I want to delete this one. I don't want more than. I want to delete this one. Now I can now change the text. Once I click on it, I double click. It will highlight it. I will double click, it will highlight it, and I can put the title or the text I want to put. Let me call it home. Do we see that, please?
Yes, sir.
Is it understandable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I hope I'm not too slow and I'm not too fast.
No, sir, it's fine, sir.
Good. So, which other button can we add apart from home, about us, service, and contact?
Images.
Now, images, beautiful. Okay, let me now add. You know, the one I clicked the other time is about us. I could click any one to add to. I could click any one. So let me say service. Let me click on service. I say add. I will now click one of the services and change it to images. Can we see that?
Yes, sir.
So simple. Now, in case maybe you want to change the text. Yes, it can be rearranged. How do you rearrange? For instance, if about us is what you want to be on the first or if images, you want it to be between home and about us, what do? Just click this about us, say add. So the one you see about us is now 2. One is in between the home and another about us. Just change this about us to images. You have it in between there. You can now remove this one. You click on it and you say remove. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes,
I
sir.
want good. Now this menu, please be mindful. Whatever we are doing on each block could it could apply to other blocks we'll be adding, or the ones we added that we deleted. You could also do that. So just understand these basics. Now, this particular menu block, if you see, I told you if you want to delete, you can press this remove. If you will see this other button here, this gear button. If you click it,
Okay.
it's showing you other things, other features you could enable or disable in the menu. For instance, you could make this menu a full width. If you toggle it, you see it made it a full width. Let me toggle it again. You see it has reduced it. I toggle it again. It has made it a full width. Now, this logo here, it's a mobilized logo. You could change it, and I will show you how. But before then, we are talking about this gear button. We have the logo. You may not want to put logo. Maybe your name, WorkPiff, is your logo. You can disable the logo. And I want to change this mobilize. I want to change it to WorkPiff. Work. Do we see that? So assuming WorkPiff, if there is a logo for that, we could say, okay, let there be a logo, and we will change the logo. So I will leave it, assuming there is a logo, I will leave it so that we can see how we can change the logo. And we can also change the logo size by dragging this to the left, right. Can we see how the logo is increasing? Don't forget, as you increase the logo size, it will also increase the menu size. So that's it. Then we have the brand name. Some people don't use logo. They use brand name as their logo. WorkPiff that I put there is the brand name. If I disable it, it will go. So some people just use their logo, their image as a logo, while some put image and brand name, while some use just the brand name to be the logo. It all depends on individual. So I will leave the brand name on. Menu items. These are the menu items, home, images, and co. They are the menu items. I can choose to disable them depending on what you want. Icon. You could want to put your icon, social media icon and the likes here, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You could want to have it on top of the page, and you could disable them. This last one is a button. Maybe you want, once the person, as you see it colored, you see it's a first thing you might want to see. It calls at your attention. So maybe you want to call it sign up. Don't forget, okay. Let me ask a question.
I
I
didn't
want to
get the last one you just did.
yeah, okay, that's icon. This, sorry, these icons, is it these ones or the button? There's a
Yes, the
button.
icon.
Okay, the icon. The icon, if you see, I'm toggling it. You can see Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram here. Maybe, some sites, they have their icons on top of the page. You could want to have yours too, like that. And you may not want to do that. So you toggle it again, you off it. I've off
Sir,
it. Okay, I'm with
sir,
you.
what about if you want to add one more icon? Let's
Good,
say LinkedIn page.
good. If you want to add LinkedIn page or LinkedIn icon.
LinkedIn icon.
Okay, that will now link up to your LinkedIn page.
Link up to your LinkedIn page.
Good. So if I want to add additional icon, for instance, if I click this button, which means I want it to be visible. All I do is click here. Let me come again. I come to this setting. You could increase the amount of icons you have. Hello?
Okay.
You have 3 here. You could increase it to 4. I think that's the maximum. And in fact, LinkedIn is the 4th one there.
Already there.
LinkedIn is the 4th one there. So, and you could want to change, maybe you could want to change, which other
Hello,
social
Mr.
icon
Adeotu.
do we have? Yeah, I'm with you.
Please, I missed that icon you said we used to do and serve as LinkedIn. Just point it so I take note of it, please. The icon you
Okay.
mentioned.
Okay, by default, there were 3 icons there on this menu. And by default, for this particular menu we picked, it was off. So coming to this gear button here, we will see this, and on it, we now had to on the icons, and that's why we could see Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Someone now asked, what if I want to add LinkedIn? By default, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We could add up to 4 buttons, icons. So clicking the 4th one, it automatically brought in LinkedIn. Of course, maybe it couldn't have been LinkedIn, it could have been another thing. So what if I
Hello,
want to
sir.
make it LinkedIn? Yes, I'm with you.
Hello, sir. Can it be
Yeah.
increased? If you want to increase the icon, can you increase it
The
to more
icon.
than 4?
No, by default. Don't forget, this
Okay.
is free. This is the free version. We are not paying for it. So
Okay.
they make some things by default. This is what we give you for free. You understand? So they've just made it 4. We can't make it more than 4. Unlike the
Okay.
menu buttons here, I said you can add your menu buttons here. But for this icon, it's just 4. So assuming this thing came out, this LinkedIn came out not as LinkedIn. What if I want to change it? Maybe it came out as something else. If you click each of these buttons, it will take you to another thing. But before we go there, let me finish with what we have inside this gear, inside these settings. Are we going together?
Yes, sir.
I want to know if majority is understanding whether the majority is understand or we are understanding what
That
our
button
first
side, I didn't get it very well. The button side.
the button. This button. Now, if you look at your menu, this is the only button we have, download now. Do we see that? Download
Sir.
now. Hello, who asked the question? Madam
Grace.
Madam Grace, do
Yes, sir.
you see the download now?
Yes, sir.
That's the button. You can off it. You can toggle it off and the button is
Okay.
gone. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't forget, it's a feature in one of the 3 menus we have. When I came to this place, this button, add button, we have menu here, and we have 1, 2, 3 different types of menu. So the middle one we
Yes.
picked is the one having this buttoning on the menu. The other 2 do not have. Do we understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
come again to the setting, the button, you can off it and on it. And what's the essence of the button most times? Once you come to a site, the button is highlighted. It's the first thing you want to see. So maybe someone wants to call your attention to something. Download now, download now. Or I want to change. Let me change the download now. I don't want it to be download now. I want someone to suggest. I want to make it sign up now. What do I do?
Or upload.
Okay, or upload now. I want to change the text to upload now. What do I do? Someone should advise me. How do I change the text? I've said that. I want to know if we are understanding.
I
Probably
didn't
if
remember.
You click on it
if
and
you
change the name.
Okay, I'll click on it.
Double
If I
click.
click on it, I either double click. If I double click, it will highlight all, as you can see. If I don't want it to
Double-click.
highlight all, I can just click on it and say and delete, and I put upload now, or I say
sign up now.
sign up now. Do we understand?
Yeah.
Good. Now,
Yes.
I was still talking about this gear, this setting. Once I come there, this icon color, I want my icon color to change What's the color of work piece, please?
Well,
Eh?
I think
Blue.
it doesn't.
I guess it's
Some
blue.
touch of purple.
Touch of. Let me allow Madam Esther. Is
Touch
Madam
of
Esther with us?
green. Yes.
Okay. What's work piece color?
That's
Madam
light
Esther?
blue. Light blue
Light.
and black. Just like a basket. Or it's a circle, it's like a basket.
Okay. Should I say this color?
Yes.
Okay. Now, that's, as you can see, as I'm changing, the icon colors are changing because this place is referring to icon colors. So icon color, let me change it to, let me just, for this training purpose, let me change it to this color. Now, if you come down to sticky, we will understand it when we have more things on the page. Sticky means you want it to stick while you are scrolling down. You know, if you have many, like the first thing we did, we added all our blocks. As you are scrolling down, you want to see this menu still showing. So that means it's sticky. But if you don't want it to show, once you scroll down, the menu stays up where it is, then it won't be sticky. So you can toggle it on and off. We have collapsed. You could collapse the menu so that it will be in this format. Can we see that? That's collapsed. So I don't want it to be collapsed. Transparent. You want it to blend with the background color. We'll see that later.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm with you.
If you want to change it between collapse and sticky, can you do it at any time? Or once you pick, okay.
Anything you are doing, you want to do, you can do it at any point in time. It's not compulsory you do it first. You could add all your images and go and start from the bottom and come do it up, or you start from up or middle. Do you understand? Because each block has its own parameter, each block, and it's not dependent on previous or subsequent block. Do we understand? Now, our menu.
So if I decide to say, okay, I'm not doing sticky, let me go collapse, I will just switch to that side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you could change your menu background. As you can see here, color. You could change the color to this, different colors. And if you have more colors you want to choose from, if you click this more, you can use these to hover. I don't know if we can see what I'm doing.
Yes,
okay, you can use this to hover around. Now, what I normally do, I like my colors to be regular. So once I've done this, you see it generated a code. That's the color code. I'll just copy it so that I want my colors to be regular. I'll now use it and paste it on another place I want to use it. Do we understand? Hello?
Yes,
Can hear you.
Good. Now, come again.
we can hear you, sir.
So,
all right.
So you can paste it anywhere. Anytime you want that color, you just go and carry it and paste back. What
I'm saying is, for as it is now, if this is what I've chosen to, at this point, I will just copy it and paste it on a text, on a notepad, and call it primary color, or I just give it a name, so that if you want to use it on another block, and because you want the colors to be regular, you just go back to your text, copy that color code and paste it. We will see that together. So let me look for another, let me see which color I could pick. Okay, let me just pick this color. Let me copy, paste it. Okay, I've pasted it in my text. Now I want to continue hamburger. Okay, we'll come to that later. Now, I haven't done all of this. I want to change my menu, this menu, home, images, about, I want to change the text color. What do? I can just click home. One of these, I just click. As you can see, before I move to this, I hope you understand the settings we did here applies to the block, right? Applies to the menu block.
Yes.
Good. I now want to, the text also, it has its own parameters that you can change. Each one, the text. So if I click, for instance, home, I could make the color yellow. Do we see that? The menu, all the colors have changed. Do we see that? And if you want to edit, you want to add more colors, you can just come here. I think I'm too fast.
Sorry, please, I'm sorry, please. What did you click that changed the colors?
Okay, just click one of the menus, the menu texts, either home, images, just click one of it. If you click it, it has its own parameters too. The first one is link, the second one is color, menu, insert icon, and the likes. So I want to click the color. Once I click the color, if I click one of the colors, it has changed for everything. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, what next? Let me move to the next. There are so many things to learn. Time is already fast spent. This after 2. Hi. Now, I want to go to the next thing. I want to add another block. I want Madam Esther, please tell me what to click. I want to add another block. Madam Esther, what do I click? Is Madam Esther there? Okay. I can't hear Madam Esther. Let me see. Madam Victoria, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What should I click? I want to add another block. You know, this menu is a block. I want to add another block. So what do I click?
I think.
Madam Busola, do you want to help us?
Click the plus sign. Plus sign.
That red one by the bottom.
Good. Very good. Very good. I click the plus sign. Once I click the plus sign, I'm seeing so many blocks. So I want to put the next block. Let me see. In the menu block, I have all of these. Let me look for this beautiful water background. Once I click it, automatically comes here. You see that? It also has its own setting that I can change. But before that, let's first deal with this text. I want to make this text possibilities in WOOC PIF. Now, I want to change this. You see, it's too big. So somehow, I want it to be small. Right? Once I do this, once I click this, the title, the font, there are different title font sizes. The biggest is 1. If you click 2, you see it has reduced. You click 3, reduce them more. And you could also edit the way you want it. But let's make do with what we have already. So I want to change it back. I want to change the text back to font 2 so that it's not too big. And I want to change the color. Okay, let me leave the color as white. I want to make everything bold. I highlight it and I say, okay, it's already in bold. I make it bold. I want to make it italic. You could make it italic, or you could restore it. Do we understand that? This learn more, you could also change it to no more. I'm just showing you in case you want to change any of the text, no more. And this one, you could also cancel everything and you write your text. Invoke PIF, we care for one another. And you write and write. Go on, please.
Can you hear me, please? What
Very
if
well.
you want to delete like all these possibilities in WOGIF and
You want to
everything?
delete, you can delete. You
Like
can
you
delete.
just want to put in your own words. You know, this one, it was what came with the template that
Yes.
was being edited. What if you just want to delete everything and just put in your own words and everything? Is it
You
possible?
can,
Everything?
of course. Let me see which word, I don't know. You can delete everything as it is now. I've deleted everything.
Okay.
If you have words you want to put, you can just paste.
What of the no more? Like
what of the
this no more icon? Like
that's
can
the
it
button.
be deleted?
Don't forget, anytime you see something like this, you see it here, you see it on top of here too. They are all buttons. Now, they are buttons. You can delete, remove the button, and you can change whatever it is. Look at, I said each block has its own setting. If you come to this setting for this block, if you click it, if you look at it, if you go down, you will see button here. You can off the button. I don't want button.
Okay.
I don't want a title. I just want this. As you can see, this text here, you can show the text or off it. Subtitle, title, text, button. Do you see that?
All
So
right.
depending on what you want, you can change, remove, and blah, 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 blah. And the content, you could increase the content width. As you can see, I'm dragging it and it's affecting that. So, and I can make it full width. And the block, I can make it full as if it's on full screen. I don't want to make it full screen. I toggle it. You see it has reduced from being full screen. Now, you can change this background. This color, this is not what this background image, this is not what you want. Maybe it's color you want, background color. You can click this and choose your color. Let's say this color. You choose your color. You choose that. And if it's image you want, if you click this button, this one again, button image, you will now click here. This image, if you click the image, it will pop this up. Once it pops this up, it's going to ask you which image do you want to put. You can now drag and drop from your desktop. Let me look for an image. I'm looking for a picture to use. Looking for a good picture I can use. Okay, let me use this picture here. Let me use this. I'm dragging and dropping in here. Browse my computer. Hello? Are we together?
Yeah, we should.
Good. Don't forget, I said, let me cancel again. Don't forget, I said, if this is not the background I want, once I come to this block setting, I say background image, I click the image itself. You see browse computer, you see free online images. If you are online, you could select image from online. And if you already have images you've put on this thing before, you will see it under site library. Assuming you are online, you have images online, you can select one. Assuming you are not online, like I said, the beauty of this is that you can work offline. Then you come to browse computer and you drag and drop your image into it. I've just dragged and dropped an image from my desktop to it. This is the image, and I'll say OK. And it changes. And because I want this color to blend well, maybe I'll change the text color to, let me see. No, black is not good. Looking for a color that will come out. I hope we are following.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Don't mind whatever design I've put up. It's for training purpose, please. Now, I want to dampen this background, this image. I can say overlay, overlay. If I toggle this overlay here, overlay, you see, it is dampened. Do you understand? And you can change what color of the overlay is. You could make it another color. Maybe you want the color of the overlay to be, and you could increase the color what it is, and you can decrease it. Do you understand? You can change what the color of the overlay is. Let me put it on white and you reduce it. But I think the black one is better. The faint black, and do this. Do we see that? So it's making the WOPIF to come out more while the background too is showing. So let me change my WOPIF color back to, let me say, is white okay?
Yeah, white is okay.
Okay, let's leave it at white. And this button, I want to change it to, I want to change the color to this guy. I want to have a regular color. I'll come and change. I want to come back and change my menu. Let me change my menu color to menu color. I want to change it back to white. Okay. Okay, let's go on. Now, do we understand how far we've come?
Perfect.
Good, thank you. I want to add another block. Madam Temitayo, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, I want to add another block. What do I do?
Go to the plus button. You click the plus button.
The plus button. Thank you very much. Once I click the plus button, I have features depending on what you want to add. It's not compulsory. I could make my own page to just be like this. My first page to just be like this. Welcome to WOPIF. No more. So let me say the next thing I want to add is a footer. A footer. Don't forget, every website has a footer. That's the underneath by the bottom, a footer. Once I click the footer, these are the various footers we have. And there are different options. This footer has these columns, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. This one has columns with social media. This one has just columns. This one does not. This one just is another different style. So depending on the style you want, this particular one has several things with what's it called? Map. Let me click. Okay, don't let me click that. Let me click that. I've clicked that one with map. And now come back here. Now I want to change my address. Okay. Number 222. Lagos, Nigeria. I want to change my contact. To support@wopif.com. My phone number remains. Feedback, please send us this. Copyright. 2021 WOPIF. All right, reserved. Now this also has its own settings, as you can see here. In the settings, your icons, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, these icons, there are 6 here. You could reduce them to, let's say, 2. If you want copyright to be there, fine. You don't want it to be there. So I've just done that. Now I want to reduce this height. As you can see, top, I'm reducing the top. Let me just put 1. Okay, no, 1 step. Okay, the bottom, I want to reduce the bottom too, so that it won't be too wide. Okay. Now you see this map. I want it to be, please, Madam Esther, what's WorkPIF's address? WorkPIF's address. Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
We can hear you.
Hello? WorkPIF's
We can hear you,
address.
sir.
I want to show you how you can ensure that your address is the one on. Okay, let me use my own address here, CVC. Let me use my office address, CVC. CVC, Lekki, CVC Emia, Lekki. I will copy the address. I'm trying to .com. I want to show you how you can add your map so that it will capture your map. So if you look at the map here, I've put my location here. I'll now come to map. I'll click map. Once I click map, now it's showing my address here. This is the one I'm looking for. I'll now come to either I come to share. If I say share, now send a link or embed a map. If I click embed a map, I'll copy. I don't know if it will still work on this. Let me copy the HTML. I've copied the HTML. I'll now go here. It's here and say update. Good. Exactly. I don't know if you saw that. Hello.
Hello, sir. I'm a little bit confused.
Okay. I'm trying to show you how you can add. Who is the person talking, please?
Grace.
Madam Grace.
I saw you typing on the Google.
Yes.
Google.
Give me an address that you want us that we can put here. We want it to show as a Google. Just give me an address.
Okay. So, number 7 Adeyemo Alakija.
7 Adeyemo Alakija. 7 Adeyemo. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing it on. Let me show you. Let me see. Let me allow you to see what I'm showing. Now on Google, 7 Adeyemo Alakija Street.
Ikeja, Lagos.
Ikeja. Did you say Ikeja?
Yes.
Lagos. Enter. Now it has brought me to 7 Adeyemo. I will now click on maps. Can you see this? Maps.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I'll click maps. Once I click maps, it's giving me the location of 7 Adeyemo Alakija here. Is it what is showing is correct, right?
Yes, it's correct.
I will now say share. Can you see share here? I'll click share. Now the share, you can share as a link and you can also do as an embed. You can embed it as a map. That's what I need. Embed a map. If I click embed a map, I will now copy the HTML. Do you understand that? That's all I need. I'll now close this. I'll now come to my footer block. Inside the setting, if I click the setting, you see where map is? Yes. I'll copy what is there and delete it, and I'll paste my HTML, and I'll say it should update. Update. Pronto. Do we see that? Can you see showing?
Okay. I want to ask a question again. What if the place the person is not on Google Map? How will the person get to do this?
Is there a way is there a place Google doesn't know? if there's a place Google doesn't know.
So far, you have the correct address.
If you have the correct address, just put it here, which means it won't show on this Google frame. You understand? And that is not good for business, because if you are doing a business and Google cannot locate it, it might be difficult for your customers to know. You understand? Yeah. Good. Now, this we have done so far. I want to preview it. How would people see it on mobile? On a mobile view, this is how it will look. Do you see that? On a mobile view. On a tablet, this is how it will show. On a horizontal view of a tablet, this is how it will show. And on a normal laptop, this is how it will show. Now, I was saying something about sticky. Who remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask 7 more. Let me ask who else? Let me ask Madam Oluwayemi. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Do you remember sticky?
Yes, you mentioned it.
Please, where can I find it?
Go to setting.
Which of the settings?
I'm touching my screen as if I'm the one teaching.
That one.
The one hub.
Good. It's called the menu. Good.
The menu, yes.
The menu setting. Good. So once I click the menu setting, before I do anything there, look, as I'm scrolling, I've scrolled down. You see the menu is still showing. Do you see the menu is still showing as I'm scrolling up and down? The menu is still showing. That's sticky. If I remove the sticky, now, as I'm scrolling, you see the menu has gone. You see the menu is not showing again.
Yes.
Good. So that's the sticky I mentioned earlier on. Now, whatever you have done so far, you want to see it on a browser. Just click this eye. Once you click it, to launch a browser. You see, initializing, and it will open it in a browser. Now, this is it on a browser. Do we see that? Now, hey, time has gone. Oh. Now, Madam Esther. Madam Esther. Hello? Is Madam Esther here? She's not here.
This thing you just did now, can I be playing around it before even opening it out for people to view?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, what I've just done, nobody. Hello. What I've just done, nobody can see it because I have not gone to put it on my hosting plan. I talked about domain and hosting.
Yes, sir.
Good. So nobody in the world, nobody can see it except you've gone to put it in that hosting plan. That's where you've now made it to be online. Yes, all this one you are doing now, you are just doing it offline, achieving whatever you want to do.
Because
now, okay.
Why I'm asking this question, I will need to do a practice before I'll get it stick into my brain. Some of the things I just get confused and it will come and to go. So if I do the practice, I'm sure I will get it more.
Of course. And the beauty is that you can achieve all of those without your internet. Once you have set it up in the first place with the internet, you have launched your free Mobirise 5. Every other thing you do is offline. So you can practice around it. There are important things I should now add. You see, if you now Let me show you what the one we did on a browser. Now, this is a browser. What we're designing that we viewed on a browser. If you click home, you see where it's bringing you. It's bringing you to Mobilize. Why? Because we've not set it. If you click images, it's bringing you to Mobilize. That's by default. If you click about us, it's bringing you to Mobilize. We don't want it to be that way. What are we going to do? This is what we are going to do. You come to your left pane. You see under images, we have just one. I said images. Pages. You have just one page, the home page. But we have, don't forget, all this. There's a sound disturbing there. Okay, now we have home, images, about us, services, and contacts. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these things here, they should be pages on their own. Home, images, about us, services, and contacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll now come here. I'll now add them as pages. Create new page. So I click create new page. You add a blank page and you call it about us. I add another page. I call it contact us. I add another page. I call it services. I add another page. I call it helping. Helping hands. Okay, helping hands. Thank you very much for that. There's a reason I'm doing that. Now, you see, home comes first, images next, about us next. Here, the pages is as home, helping hands. So I want to rearrange it. I'll just drag. The next one should be about us. I drag it up. The next one should be services. I drag it up. The next one should be contact us. I drag it up. Where is helping hands? Helping hands is not on the menu, but I want it to be in the menu, but I want it to be under services. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Something is wrong here. My first this thing has disappeared. My first design has disappeared, which means I'll need to undo. Let me see. No. The first design there has, okay, sorry. I'm on helping hands. I should be on home page. I was wondering. Okay. Now I said I want these helping hands to be under services. Under services. Now, as I click service, do you see this add sub menu? I want it to be as a sub menu. So I'll now add helping hand. Don't forget, anything you see on the menu is a page. So you see it has added it as a sub menu. I'll now come back here under pages. I want to link this, all of this. I want them to be linked to each other. Under home, can you see this button? It's link. If you click it, it links me. I don't know if we are following. These are getting more advanced.
Complicated.
Don't forget, thank God there is a recording. They can share it with you so that you can view.
Okay.
Now, yes, this home, I have created the pages in the first place. You need to do that first. Now, home, don't forget, when I went to the browser, it's taking me to Mobilize. I don't want it to be like that. I will come to, once you click this home, you will see this. This is a link. I want to create a link for it. It's saying web address. Do you want to put a web address you want it to link to? I want it to link to the home page. I've clicked this as this page, and I'll select the page. If you have not created those pages, it will be difficult for you to see that here. So I've clicked home, insert, it has linked it. I'll come to images. So that if they click this image, where do you want it to link? I come to page again. I want it to take me to the
images.
You see, we can't find images here. So I need to go back to this place under pages. Don't have
Create new.
You see, it's important to create images first. So I come here, add blank page, and I'll put images, and I'll say OK. Once I do that, I click outside. As you are creating new pages, what you'll be seeing is a new page. That's what happened to me. I was looking for my home page. So you come back to the page and say home page. So it takes you to your home page. I'll now come back to this menu, home, the images. Click here, page, take me to images page, insert. I come to about us, link, pages, take me to about us page, insert. I come to services, helping hand. Where do I want it to link? I want it to link me to helping
services.
Okay, services. Have I not created services? Then block on service. No, not block. I'm not taking it to block.
It's supposed to be sub menu now.
Yes. So I'm looking. Didn't we create helping hand?
We created it as a sub menu.
Sub menu.
Let's see pages. Okay, helping hand as a sub menu. Okay, home page. Go back to home page. Helping hand. Pages. I don't know why I'm not seeing it here. I don't know why I'm not seeing it there. Let's see okay, the service is not showing as a link. Is it helping hand because it has a sub menu? Assuming there are more sub menus, maybe I would have seen it there. So now, if I come to contact, I come to link. I want it to link me to contact us page, and I insert. I want to go back to the browser to see what we have done so far. If I open this eyes, it will launch a browser. Let's wait for it. The beauty is just you must continue to learn on your own offline. It's so beautiful. You don't need to pay anything. Now, this is the home page. If I click images, see, it brings me to the images. It's not taking me to Mobilize again. If I click about us, it's bringing me to about us. It's not taking me to Mobilize again. If I click services, helping hand, it brings me to this place. It's not taking me to Mobilize. If I click contact us, it brings me here. It's not taking me to Mobilize. If I click Facebook, it will take me to Mobilize. I've not changed the link. Do we see that? Good.
Yes.
Let's come back to Facebook and click this icon. Once I click this icon, link icon to where? It's taking me to Mobilize. So I need to do edit link. Edit link. I'll put the Facebook link address. Facebook.com/ your Facebook address. Let's say it's WorkPIF, and I say insert link. Once you do that, come back here and say insert icon. That settles it. Come to Twitter, change the link as well, edit link, and you say www.twitter.com/WorkPIF. We are using WorkPIF because that's the sample we are using here. It has to be your own. Now let's open the eyes and see where it will take us to. We've only changed Facebook and Twitter. You are doing this, you don't need internet to preview. Don't forget that. That's one of the beauty, and that's why I'm bringing this to us. So many platforms, so many ways to. Now, if I click Facebook, you see, it's taking me to WorkPiff. It has taken me to WorkPiff, but sorry, I don't think this address, at least it's not taking me to Mobilize. Do you understand?
Yes. Okay. Now,
is there any questions so far?
So, Francis, sorry, please. So it shows that these ones can be done offline then.
Everything offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if the way it was going to Mobilize, then if you want to correct it back, changing it back, so you can do it offline also.
Offline.
Yes.
Everything you want to do is offline. Once you have set up you have downloaded your Mobilize with internet, and you have picked the first template, Mobilize 5, with the internet of the internet, you've picked your first distance. Every other thing you want to do offline.
But does it mean you can only use a PC to do it?
There is a mobile view, but I don't know how. I've not tried the mobile. There's a mobile, you can access your account. Don't forget, you create an account. So I think there's a mobile app of it. But I've not tried it.
So I think the best way to get a good result would be using a PC then.
Yeah, of course. I prefer to use the PC than prefer using a PC to using the mobile one, because the PC is bigger.
Okay.
So
be able to see everything at large.
Yeah.
It's cracking at your end. Sir, can you repeat yourself? It's cracking.
There's someone background that is making that noise there.
Yes, I said someone asked a question. You're trying to answer. It was cracking, so I didn't hear you.
Okay, she was asking, can it be done on the mobile? She first asked, can it be done offline? All this changing the link to what you want it to be. I said yes, it can be done offline. That once you have done your download of the Mobilize, you have picked your template, every other thing is offline. And you want to preview, it could be offline. And she also said, could it be done on mobile? I've not tried it before, but they have a mobile app, which I think is possible. But I would prefer to have it on a laptop because it's bigger, the like. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Sorry, please. I'm sorry to take you back, but this logo, I presume it came with the mobile, with the app, right? With the Mobilize app.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Now,
I
what
said that
if
earlier
you
on.
put in a logo? Like,
If you want to
remove
change,
logo?
you want to
Yes.
change it, just click on the logo. Once you click on the logo, it will bring this up. Like we did for this background here, you could also change what the logo is. Just browse your computer. You must have had a logo. Let the logo size not be too much. It's usually between 250 by 250, I think. Yeah. So just pick a small logo. Let me look for something. Okay, let me pick this. I'm picking a logo here. I drop here. Don't forget,
it has changed already.
It has changed. Yeah. Now, link because all these things are free. Mobilize has tried to put links on most of the blocks or icons or what. Just ensure once you click and remove each of them. Like this one now, I don't want remove link. I don't want it to have link. That's the logo. It's either you remove the link or you edit the link and say, if you want to link, it should link to my website. It should link to my website. So I just want to put it here and say www.wokepiff.com. Insert link. So it will link it to my to that website, and I'll say okay. Once you say okay, Can you see the logo has changed?
All right, that's changed.
All right. So if you preview it and you click on this link, it will take you to the link you have put, wokepeak.com, but it should be your own link address. Don't forget, you are just using this as an example. Do you understand?
All right.
Okay,
Now,
does it mean that the image there can take you to the link of the website?
come again.
It doesn't mean that the logo can take you to the link for the website.
Yes.
For the web
Let me show you.
address.
Yes, let me show you
Okay.
now. I want to preview. I've clicked this eye now. I'm previewing. Let's quickly see that. It's loading. I will quickly round off in 15-20 minutes. I'll just now, if you click this link now, if you click this logo now, you see where it has taken me to? wokepeak.com, because that's the link I put.
Okay.
Do you understand? As when you didn't change it and you click it, it will take you to Mobilize, because by default, Mobilize has put their links in everywhere. They are campaigning, what would I call it? Publicizing
Their
themselves.
own link has been attached everywhere.
Yes. So you need to change that. Do you understand? Now, before I round off, all we have done here, the same thing we now do in each page. Don't forget, if I want to come to images now, I'll come here and say pages and say images. Once I click it, it will take me to the pages page. Don't forget, this is a footer. The footer replicates in all of the pages. I want to add, because it's images, I will come to this button and look for gallery. Gallery, let me say, I want, okay, let me see, image and video. Okay, let me put this. Let me put this. And let me say gallery, let me put this. I'll now click inside. Now, this is supposed to be what? This thing is supposed to be what?
Footer.
Good. Is it supposed to be up here? No.
No.
It's not supposed to be at the bottom.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Good. You now need to drag. Once you are on it, you see this drag block. You now drag it down. You see how it's moving? It's moving from Nigeria to America, you know. It's moving from Nigeria to America, and you drop it. If you scroll down, it's already in America. Do we see that? So it's already in America. Now, all of these blocks, each one has its own setting too. Don't forget, we are on the images block. You can make it full screen and you can make it full width, just like we did in the home page. That's why I say if you understand the home page, you'll be able to navigate, do the other ones. I don't want the image to be too big, and I don't want title. I just want text. If you want to change the color, you could change the color. Maybe you want the color to be this or this. I come out, I go to this. If you want to change this image too, you can change it. Once you click it and you come here, you come here, you can drop whatever image you want and you drop it and it will change the image, just like we did on the home page. This one too has its own setting. You come here, full width, you could make it full width and you could reduce it. The width, you want the width to reduce. You want the sizes to reduce. You don't want description. You just want it to be images. And you don't want the background to be color. You want it to be image. You can change that too. Or you want the background color to change to something else, or to something like this, or something like this. See how we are manipulating all of this. So that's how you do all of this. If you open the eyes again to preview, it will take you to the images Let's see what it will bring up. So all of this, you just have to do in each page. Don't forget, you've linked them. So by the time you are clicking, it will take you to what you have designed. I'll now take us to the next level now, which is if you want everyone in the world to now see.
Domain.
Yes, your domain and your
hosting
plan.
plan.
Good. Somebody is following me. I wish I had a gift to give. Now, this is the browser. You see, this is the images page. If I click home, it should take me back home. You see, that's the home page. If I click images, it should take me to images. You see, but if I go to about us, it will take us, but we don't have any design there, just a footer. If you go to services, helping hand, you don't have anything, just a footer. You take me to contact, nothing, just if. Do we understand? So with what we have done so far, all of this, from home to image, all the pages, I pray you get the video. If you watch it, you will see that it's very easy. Just on your own, you would design so many things with the free version. Now, when you now finish, you now want to publish. That publish, you want everybody to see. You just click this place and say publish. How do you want to publish? You are not publishing to mobilize.com. No. You are not publishing to FTP. No. FTP here means maybe you have a hosting plan with somebody and you don't have access. They only gave you FTP access, which means your file will be transferred. Those files, the file you will generate now, you will transfer it via that medium to your website. And once it drops there, it will now it will now sit there. You don't have access to that hosting plan. You can only transfer to it. That's the FTP there. But where we are transferring to is the local drive folder. I'll click this local drive folder and I'll give it a name. Sample design. And I will browse where I want it to go. Where do I want it to go and sit? Inside my laptop. I want it to go and sit on the desktop. And I'll create a folder and call it Vogue PIF. And I'll select the folder. It has selected the folder and I'll say publish. It will now generate all these files. It will generate. We'll see them together. It's preparing. It's preparing. Before you do this, you must have ensured you have dotted your I's, crossed your T's. Why? Because on the application, you can view it and you can also view it on the browser. The way you are seeing it is the way everyone in the world too will see it. So you must have seen that, oh, what you have done so far is fine before you now say, okay, you want to put it up there. Now it has finished. I'll go to my folder where I put it.
Sorry to take you back.
Okay.
When you click the publish,
yeah,
you now copied to the local drive.
No, I've not copied. When I clicked publish, I clicked local drive
folder. Okay.
Yes, local drive folder. I will now select browse. This browse is asking me where do I want it to save it on my local drive. Because on your local drive, there are so many folders there. Where do you want it to go? So I click the browse to select where I want it to go. I click the desktop and I say publish. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good. So once I do that, I put it on the desktop. So this is it here. All we have designed, this is it here. You see it as page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. Now, the pictures you have used, they are under assets, all of this. what do we need? We need all of this minus this Mobilize projects. If you want, okay, before I go there, you need all of this. You now zip it, add to archive as a zip file, and you save it. Okay. So all of these things is inside this zip folder. This is what you will now copy with me. Hello.
Hi.
Good. This zip folder,
Hello.
this zip file is what you will now take to your hosting platform. On the hosting platform, under the public HTML is where this thing will be dropped. By the time you drop it, you will now unzip it inside it. Once you unzip it, this is what you will be seeing. All of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of this is what you will be seeing. All this unzip. Anyone that checks in the world will see that site. Once you drop it inside that hosting plan and you have unzipped it. Do we understand?
Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Before you can get access to the hosting plan, you made mention of one paying some amount of money. You didn't. I think you're here to talk about that area.
We have domain name. I said we have domain name, we have hosting plan. Domain name is to identify your name and to make it unique so that nobody else in the world has that name. Or nobody in the world accessing it online would be accessing two
This is
names.
just like registering for the name.
Yes, you are registering the name online, just like you are registering your company name.
Okay.
You understand? You know, we have seen some people who did not register their business name, and by the time they want to register it, they discover another person has registered it. They will now need to look for a way to add something to that name to make it unique. You understand? So they usually advise people register your business name first before another person registers it. So online too, for you to have that unique name, you need to register it so that nobody else is bearing that name. After you now register it, that's called the domain name. After you now register it, you will now say, okay, where do I want this design? All these things you have designed now, your content, your text, your video, your images, and whatever opinion you have there, where do you want it to sit? So that if people is asking for it, they will visit it there. So that's where we now come. That's where hosting now comes in.
Okay.
And as I was explaining from the beginning, it's like you are living in a house. In a house, you have 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, face me, I slap you, and the likes with different costs. So also in the hosting plan, there are different costs because there are different features that that are considered when you are talking of hosting plan. For instance, you are talking of storage. What's the amount of storage you want? If you are a person that you are doing business where you are putting prices, you'll be uploading pictures or you'll be uploading video. Of course, you will need a larger storage size, which means the hosting plan you'll be going for won't be the ordinary one, so that it will accommodate your content. We also have bandwidth. Bandwidth has to do with the number of people that will be visiting your site per month. Are they few? Are they plenty? If there are more people that will be visiting your site within a month, you will need a larger bandwidth. So all of these, there are different features and so many other things. Email, how many emails can you create? Because in your domain name, you want to have a domain name, you want to have an email, for instance, esther@wokepiv.com. You don't want to have esther@gmail.com. No, you want to have a domain, an email address carrying your business name, esther@wokepiv.com, francis@wokepiv.com. Exactly. So hosting features too also allows you to create certain number of email addresses depending on the hosting plan you have. Before you have privileges to all of those. You also have SQL, you have FTP, you have daily backups. There are times you have issues on website. Maybe they hacked it or something happened and they couldn't access the content again. There are some hosting packages that would have ensured that you have backups from previous day. Not all plans would give you this opportunity. So the more your features, the more your interest, the more you would pay. So there are several hosting features or platform payment. I don't know if I can discuss that on this platform. Madam Esther, I don't know if she's there. Is
I'm
Madam
still
Esther
with you. You
there?
can go ahead now.
Is
We are
Madam
yet
Esther
to
there?
learn. Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm just seeing this. So who is raising hand? Madam Olayinka.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Right, so I missed some of the class. I don't know if you've mentioned it before. Is the plan you're talking about a one-off or it's monthly or yearly subscription?
Okay. There is no one-off in anywhere. So they are usually monthly, yearly, and you call it annually, biannually, biennially. I will give you some sites that you can visit.
You can help type it on the chat box.
Okay.
I also asked a question earlier at the beginning of the class that you mentioned two things that we're supposed to hosting and what else again?
Hosting and domain. Is this still Madam Olayinka?
Yes, still Olayinka. So you can just help us type it
on the chat.
On the chat box where we can get all those things and recommend the one that you think it's suitable or it's preferable. Yeah.
Okay.
And then also one more question, please. The hosting name, is it going to be for you as a designer? You need an hosting name also, right? Or no?
Yes. Yes.
For you as a designer.
Me.
Yes. Or those you are building the website for are those who need
You are
to
saying you are talking in the sense that if you are building for somebody.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course, if you are building for somebody, you need the domain name of that person.
Yeah, I'm talking about for myself. If I
For
don't need a
yourself.
website for myself, I don't need to pay for that.
No, it's not
Except for
compulsory.
those
It's not compulsory,
I'm
but it's
building for,
advisable.
right?
It's not compulsory, but it's advisable.
Last question. So am I the one that will be paying on behalf of my client, or they will take up that on their own?
It depends on your packaging. For instance, if I'm doing any website design, they would know that it's not a one-off thing. It's just like your house rent. If you are living in a house, they don't collect one-off. Do they? No. There are some houses they collect 1 month. There are some houses they collect 3 months. There are some houses they collect 1 year, 2 years. So every plan starts from 1 month. So most people, if you want to charge your customer, you tell them, you advise them, because the longer the number of months the lesser you will pay compared to if you are paying for 12 months. If you are paying for 3 years in a row, it will be cheaper than paying for just 12 months. Do you understand? So it's your customer. So every cycle, you need to get back to them that your house rent will expire in 1 month time. If they don't renew it, let them know that their emails, their content, whatever design beautiful it is, would be lost. Why? Because It's not like the house rent where the landlord will be pushing you. Pay your house rent, pay your house rent. If you don't pay your house rent, you go to court and you will drag it for a number of years while you are still living there. No, online, if your domain expires, you see another tricky thing about it. If your domain, that's your name, it expires and you refuse to renew it, there are some people online, they look for such. They will go and buy that your domain name. And because it's an important name to you and you forgot to renew it, by the time you want to renew it, they'll tell you this name has been taken.
So it shows some other people can hijack it then?
Yes, now. Why? Because before you get a domain name, on the site, you will first search, just like in CAC here, Corporate Affairs Commission, you first search, is this name available or not? So you will see it there that, oh, this name is available, you can buy it. This name is not available, you can buy it. So if somebody buys your domain name, maybe they bought the domain name at 1,500 naira. They could choose to sell it to you at 15,000 naira. And because it is important to you, you will buy it. And that's when you now gain possession of it again. So it's usually
What about your data? Will it be lost? Your previous data, will it be lost?
That's what I heard.
No, if it's domain name, previous data won't be lost. But if it's hosting, it's because your hosting is the one that is housing your content. So if it is lost, they normally give grace period, maybe 1 week, 1 month, depending on the hosting platform. They give you grace period. They keep reminding you, and you refuse to do that, the thing will be wiped off, and you cannot hold them responsible.
So it shows when there's a threat, one has to renew on time.
Yes, you have to renew on time. They would have been sending you mail, either you or the designer, depending on whatever email address that has been put. They would have been contacting you that, please, your domain name will expire in 2 months' time, 330 days' time.
And they don't pay in naira, do they?
You pay in naira, depending if there are so many platforms you could
pay for the domain, pay for the name.
You could pay in naira. And if it's outside Nigeria, they could have business address here and naira account here, and you can pay there to their accounts in naira and to reflect. Any other question?
And I wanted to ask, after when you are done with the site and every other thing, what if I want to come back to edit the content? Can I still edit the content later on? I need to add some other features after I publish. Can I still do it?
Fine. Beautiful question. If, assuming what we just did, we've uploaded it, and everyone is seeing it in the world.
Yes.
And you want to add more pictures, you have changed your address. There are some things you can do online. When it comes to text, there are some things you can do online while it is online. That has to do with your understanding of coding, which I won't advise beginners to do. Now, the other option is to do it offline. The way you have designed from scratch. Just go to the page and the block and the text or the picture you want to edit. Just go there, edit what you need to edit. Once you finish the edit, go back to publish. Once you click publish, you choose where you want to save it on your local drive. Give it a new name so that you won't confuse it with the previous one. Then you save it. Once you save it, you zip it. Once you zip it, you now upload it to your hosting site under the public _HTML. You upload it there. Once you want to upload it there, what I normally do, not to confuse me, I will first delete everything I have online. In that public, I will delete it.
There's a noise at the background, sir.
It's not from me, it's from someone else. I don't know. Me too, I'm hearing it.
It's better now, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know who is someone's background. So what I normally do is I will clear whatever I have in that my hosting public underscore HTML. I'll clear it. I will now unzip, just like I did in the first place, unzip it. Once I unzip it, we are done. Do you understand?
Host, please, so we need this video.
Now
I
we're not
missed
seeing
some of
we're
this,
not
so.
seeing your screen.
You are not seeing my screen.
This, yes, sir.
Okay.
Another question, sir. This version you're showing us now, is it HTTPS?
Which one?
This pattern of website we just did now, is it HTTPS?
To me, is it secure?
Is HTTPS if it's secure or not?
Yes.
It depends on your hosting. You could make it HTTPS because you by the time you are building, let me come to sites and see here site setting. If you come to site setting here, as you can see here, it's HTTPS site domain by default, HTTPS. But you also need to have an SSL. You also need to have an SSL on your hosting plan. You need to have an SSL to ensure that whoever is visiting, especially if you are into collection, money collection, maybe you want to buy and sell thing, you need to have an SSL, secure socket layer, to ensure that everyone visiting will have a safe mind that what they are doing is safe. Any other question?
Sorry, one more question. Don't mind me. I'm always inquisitive.
It's very good.
The hosting site, I said I missed some of the classes earlier, so sorry. The hosting site and what you mentioned just now, could you show us? I don't know if you showed everybody a sample.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, let me just quickly
please.
if
hosts will agree, please, we can just show us an example of a site where we can get stuff
fine.
for the domain and the.
So we know like.
Yeah, thank you.
In the past, I use this. I still use it, but not as much as I use Web for Africa. If I click home, Web for Africa. This Web for Africa, I think they are in South Africa also. They are in South Africa, Ghana, and the likes. Now, look at the different hosting plan. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Webforafrica.com. This is the list here. And per month is 900 naira. That you want to rent my house, 900 naira. Look at the space they gave you, 2 gig space, 2 gig. Which means if you have videos, different videos of your shoe, your bag, whatever you are selling, or your opinion, or your news, or your blog, you have several videos that you want them people to see. You can't do, and your pictures and your voice, you can't have beyond 2 gig. Your email, people are sending you email, and the email there are attachments or videos or this or that. The maximum you could have under this plan is 2 gig, which means if it's getting to 2, they will start warning you. And if you didn't do anything, you didn't delete, they will start warning you. And once it's filled up, if mail is coming in, it won't drop. If from your site at times will not go through, they will say you contact your administrator. Now, I talked about bandwidth. This is unlimited bandwidth. Most times they are not true. They are not unlimited bandwidth. Maybe within the month. No, they are not unlimited bandwidth because I've used them before. And the more people, the more there are views, the more views, you will see that your bandwidth will be increasing. And when it gets to 100%, that people have viewed your site within a month in 100%, the site will not be reachable again. They want you to upgrade to another level so that you can have better bandwidth. So this 900 naira per month times 12 in a year is 10,800, which has limited disk space. That's Mercury. Now let me show you another option. This is another site. This is another site, Q servers. These are local. They are still Nigeria. We have this one too. This one is 700 naira per month. And they say if you are paying for a year, 7,000 naira. That's a discount. So you have 2 gig. You can see the many features I was discussing. 2 gig, 8 gig bandwidth. These people are playing to you 8 gig bandwidth. This one, they are telling you unlimited bandwidth. Now lie. This one, they are telling you 8 gig bandwidth. If you look, come back. 8 gig bandwidth, total allocated monthly traffic, 8 gig. But this for starter. For business, 12,000 per year, 10 gig storage, 40 gig bandwidth. This one is showing you free SSL, unlimited email, okay. 5 subdomains. Maybe you have workpiv.com. You now want to create, maybe Workpiv as a business, selling videos or selling some stuff that they've showcased for the people attending. They want to create another shop. They now say shop.workpiv.com. That shop.workpiv.com is a subdomain. That's a domain under Workpiv. You understand? So it's a subdomain. So you could have 5 subdomains. Maybe Workpiv has a school and they don't want to create a new name for the school. They just say excel.workpiv.com, excelschool.workpiv.com. That's another subdomain which is attached. Okay. 1 pack domain, 2 FTP accounts, unlimited SQL, Softaculous, cPanel, PHP, blah, 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 blah. So all of those. The more the features, the more the payments. Any other question? There are other websites. You have the international ones, GoDaddy.
Which one do you recommend?
Which one do I recommend?
Yes.
For me, I've been using Hostinger. Hostinger.com. But before I go there, hello, are you with me? I want to show you some of the sites that I built with Mobilize. Tridaxhill.com.ng. This is one site I built with Mobilize. Can we see this?
Wow.
Yes.
I built it with Mobilize. If you come to services, these are the services. If you come to About Us, if you come to Contact Us, staff email and phone number. There's another one. Let me show you another one. cleandix.com.ng. So I started this one with a slider showcasing the activities. So this is my picture here. If you've seen the flyer, at least you will know my face, Francis. So most times customers don't give you content, so you need to create so many things for them. You know, let me see About Us. This About Us. I did this.
This About Us, you made it a button.
This one here?
Yeah, it's a button. Like unlike
all
the
of,
other one.
yes.
Can we duplicate those buttons too?
Yes. I think, I said what Mobilize is giving us free now, they've reduced it. So the template I used in Mobilize, there was Mobilize 3, there was Mobilize 4, there was Mobilize 2.
Oh, okay.
So those ones were having more rich content features. But in Mobilize 5 now, most of them are just in blocks, you know. So, and again, my little skill in editing pictures helped me too, in editing pictures. Because for you to have balance, but let me see this clean cut. This clean cut. You see, for you to have this balance, equal image size, because if you don't have equal image sizes, this thing will wobble. One will be taller than the other, one will be shorter than the other. Do you understand? And it's not good for a website. So you also need to know how to edit so that you have similar, you can say by 250 by 250 or 500 by 500, so that it will be regular for the thing you are doing. It won't be one is 500 by 700 and one is 1200 by 800. No, it will not look all right. Now, I did this at no extra cost, and I collect my cool money. You know, I collected my cool money.
You need to share that money too.
And that was since 2000 maybe 3 years ago. And every year I collect money for maintenance because I need to maintain since I was one that hosted it for them. That's why it's good. In case you have the money, it's good. Well, don't let me put it that way. So that, because there are many things involved, you need to be updating, you need to be checking the site frequently, virus, malware, and the like, so that the back end would be up to date. There are so many things that are uploaded, that are renewed, or how will I put it, improved upon, that you need to also update. You get so.
It's those customers that will tell you things that needs to be updated then.
It's not customer, it's you. That's why when you are collecting money, you would have factored it in one, or once you collect your first money, you let them know maintenance. Every year they will pay maintenance fee, 10,000, 15,000 within a year. Of course, whoever is business minded, they won't mind, so that they won't have anything disrupting their online presence. So they will pay you aside the domain name renewal and hosting renewal. They will pay you. So every year, the more your customers, the more your maintenance fee. So they pay you.
That's interesting.
So I saw something now on this website, it said not secure. I don't know.
Yeah, it's because it's for this one, it's the place I hosted it. I didn't include, it's some years ago, include the SSL.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not important if you are not buying and selling, if you are not sharing any of your stuff online. Your customer is not sharing, you are not asking them for their names, you are not filling any form or wanting. It's just for them to see what they have here, what you do. So it's not that important. If you look at the other one too, it's because of where I hosted it. I now use Hostinger. I use Hostinger, and their payment is in dollar. I have issues now because of this Nigerian blah blah blah. You can't your Naira card, you can't spend more than $100 in a month. Now I need to renew my plan, which is over $200. I can't. And I'm still looking for a way I would achieve that.
Yes, my hand has been up since. I have a question.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Okay, somebody already asked the first part about the not secure. I just want to write on that. Some websites, like for me, if on my laptop, if I'm going to a website and it's not secure, I'll get a warning that this website is not secure, run away or something like that. Now, wouldn't that affect such a business? That's my first question. And then the second one, you mentioned something about in the site maintenance and the something about backend. Is that a skill you need to have also in maintaining websites?
Okay, is that Madam Divine?
Yes, Madam Divine.
All right. First, if you go to a website and they want you not secure, this is one is because the SSL, because the is possibly not having an SSL certificate or a valid SSL certificate. Now, it depends on the sites. There are some sites, like I said, it doesn't really matter if you are not sharing any information. You are not exchanging anything online. You are not exchanging they are not asking you to pay any amount. If you are paying any amount where you now need to put your name, you put your bank, your card details, you pay this, it's dangerous. You don't do that. But if it's just for you to read, you want to read something, you want to copy a text, you want to, it's not usually a problem. But these days, hackers and co, I think what they do again, but even let's leave that side because there are some HTTPS sites that also have all of these cheats. Am I correct? For those who are aware, there are some sites with HTTPS with an SSL certificate. They still do their cheat. So it doesn't really matter. But whatever hosting plan you are doing, I think most of them they give you free SSL, or even the basic, they give you free SSL. So once you activate your free SSL, you shouldn't have a problem.
Okay, I get all that, but I'm just saying, it's because you're explaining it. But now I'm a customer. Like I said, it happens to me. I'm a customer. I want to go to a site, and once you just see that warning, you don't even feel like going to that site again. So it will actually affect the business.
Yes.
Okay.
Even me.
Well, let me say then because of that, we should always ensure we get an SSL. Some of these SSLs for some sites they are free for lifetime. Like this Hostinger I'm on, they are free. It's free for okay, it's for a year. This one is free for a year, depending on the package you are on. It's free for a year. I mean, it's $11-12, and I think is some are for they are annually, some they are lifetime. So it's ideal if you are designing a website, ensure it's part of your plan to get an SSL certificate.
So the other question was about the back end part.
Okay, the back end, it's important. It's important, and there's nothing much to it. For instance, almost within a month, if you are using WordPress, for instance, WordPress in a month alone, they could update their WordPress like 2 or 3 times, because hackers, you will see, if you are familiar with all these IT news, you will hear today they discovered a loophole in one of these plugins. They discovered a loophole in one of these widgets. They discovered a loophole in one of these theme. You understand? Because of that, they've updated this. That's part of the backend update I'm talking about. Updating your themes, updating your platform, depending
Okay,
on
it just
whatever
has
you
to
are
do with
using.
updating
Yes,
from like, okay,
yes.
the example of this is Mobilize. You just have to keep updating the site.
Like this Mobilize now. They too, they have their updates, but their own, because it's drag and drop. That's the beauty of this. They don't have, I don't think there's anything you want to update other than you launch the app. Once you launch the app, if there's an update, it's just on that app. Whatever you have put up there, like what I've put up there for some years now, there's no update I've done to those contents. No updates I've done to those contents. Why? Because it's not a platform that is online as such. It's just an offline thing that you are displaying offline.
Okay.
Any other question?
The WordPress is for hosting too, right?
WordPress is also a platform for web design, and it's a beautiful platform. A beautiful platform with many features. I would have taken us through that, but it will take a longer time. Longer time in the sense that because I believe doing this Mobilize is offline and it's easier because it's drag and drop. As you can see, today alone, if you start it today, you will design a beautiful website tomorrow. But in WordPress, there are so many things to it. There are so many terms to it. And we won't be able to achieve that in this session. That's why I just said, okay, for beginners and they want to have an online presence, okay, let's do this. And you are good to go. So for WordPress, it's another platform and a beautiful platform as such to design websites. That one is online. You can also achieve it offline. If you want to do that offline, there's an app we call XAMPP, XAMPP. We also have another one called WAMP, WAMPP, which will enable you to emulate the online and you do your stores offline. Once you do that offline, and that's another long process. We won't be able to achieve that in this session. That's why I just had to introduce this to you, and which I've made money from, or which I've also used to help others. Any other question?
Oh, all right. Thank you, Francis. You've really taken us through a lot today. And I must say a very big thank you. At least for beginners like us, we can have an idea of what we should expect to do as a beginner, what we're supposed to do as a beginner. So in absence of no question, or does anyone still have any question?
Sorry, one more. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Let's take.
I want to find out also, we talked about host name and domain name.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it on the same platform that we will have this one, Web for Africa, we'll have hosting name and the domain name together?
Is not compulsory. For instance, I use, I told you I've used Web for Africa. I've used this, and I've used I currently use Hostinger. For instance, there are some sites that I bought their domain name from Web for Africa, and I hosted them in Hostinger. Why? Because I have a business plan in Hostinger, and you too, you can be part of my business plan. You pay something, and you will have better service. Backup, daily backups and co, which you might not have in cheaper testing. So you can buy a domain name from another site and host it on another site. But when you are doing that, there's what we call pointing. In the domain name, they will need to change something, the DNS, to where you are hosting it, so that whoever is searching for that name, once it hits, assuming you hosted a name, you bought a domain name in Web for Africa, and someone is searching online for that name, once it hits Web for Africa, the Web for Africa will point it back to where it is hosted. You understand? So it's possible. More so, under Hostinger does not do .com.ng, which belongs to Nigeria. So because of that, I couldn't host some .ng, like these two web addresses. I would have hosted them on Hostinger, but because Hostinger does not do .com.ng, I hosted them on this. But I bought the domain name on this and now hosted them on Hostinger. So based on your question, it's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. You have domain name and hosting on the same one.
Oh, okay. So you can buy the two on just one site.
Yes, you can buy the two on just one site, and you can choose to have it separately.
Separate, okay. Yeah.
But
so the one you'll be showing us, the plan is for the two, right?
Yes, Now,
For the domain name and
yes,
the
for instance, in Web for Africa, they will give you a free domain name. They will give you opportunity to have a domain name for free for the first year if you are buying a hosting plan from them. And they also said you are having a free SSL certificate. I don't know how true that is. Here too, they say you have free SSL certificate and free.com.ng. Maybe your domain name too will be free for 1 year. After 1 year, you will renew that domain name. Do you understand?
I get that.
Good. Any other question? Any other question?
Okay, thank you very much, Francis. I guess we've taken a whole lot of time today, but I know it's not for
Honestly,
waste, but we're able to learn.
I thought it's 1 hour that I will use. Oh, this is to 4, and I'm still going out.
You said so. You said it's 1 hour. You got it. I know when we start this training, I'm sure by the time we begin, we won't be able to finish off within 1 hour. So I was asking if the content will be enough. If 1 hour will be enough, but at least I'm grateful for taking us through this long. At least we made use of your time a bit, but please pardon us. At least we're able to learn from you. So really want to appreciate you for your time. Thanks for coming in to train us, and thanks for accepting our invite through Vivian. So say a very big thank you to Vivian also for bringing you in. She has one who has helped us to learn. She helped other women to learn today, and really appreciate that from your end and from your team. So thank you very, very much. If we need any further question, don't worry. I will talk to you since I have your contact, so I'll be able to speak to you and ask for further inquiries if needed. All right.
Esther, please.
Thank
I
you
want
very
to make
much.
I want to make a plea. Can Mr. Francis' number be shared to us, please?
It's left. I can't say that. I can't answer for you.
Hello, sir.
I'm with you.
Sir, we are
Mr.
so grateful.
Ask from Mr. Francis yourself.
Yes,
Now you can request.
I want to talk to him now.
Okay.
Mr. Francis.
Please.
I'm with you, ma'am.
Please, sir, we actually want to commend all the trainings you did today. They are just so wonderful, on point. Not taken for granted. We so much appreciate this wonderful teachings, training. Please, can you do us a small favor? Can you help us with your contact so that to enable easy access whenever we want to ask one or two?
Okay.
Thank you,
Madam Esther.
Victoria. Okay.
Madam Esther.
Yes, I'm with you.
Please, the ball is in your court. I permit. You can share with them.
All right. No problem.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Gracias.
Okay, for those of you who
Bon
need this
arrivé.
contact, just send me an inbox on WhatsApp or Telegram. Just DM me. Send me direct message and I'll share it with you. So I want to thank everyone for attending today's meeting. Wow, it's been a long day. It's been a long time sitting and learning, but I'm sure our learning today has been of impact, not just learning for fun, but it has been of impact. So want to appreciate you on behalf of the Watch Beef team. Thank you for joining. Thank you for making yourself available to learn, at least an opportunity. This web design training we are doing, if you were to go and pay money outside to do it, we know how much you would have paid to get, even starting from the scratch like this, we know how much you would have paid. I mean, Mr. Francis, is that not so? If we were to pay money.
Big money.
Yeah,
you should imagine where during my discussion with Vivian, I said W2FM. What's W2FM? What's in it for me? She was pleading that no, that this is a women thing, and helping women. Because I know what it means. But voila.
Okay, thank you. So as we have heard, what we're supposed to learn with money, now we are learning it for free, at no cost, at Watch Beef. So we want to thank you also. And please, let's always take opportunities of our trainings. So most of our trainings are things that is required of making payments before you can learn, but we are bringing it at no cost to every woman at Switch because we want to help every woman to learn and to grow. So we want to appreciate you. I always want to encourage you at all times to join our training from time to time. So on this note, we want to appreciate you. Thank you for joining. And for next month, we'll be having another training for next month. Since our training are always on a monthly basis, so we should watch out for trainings that will be coming out next month. I'll be coming up next month and subsequently also. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you for your time. So I hope what we've learned today will be
You're
able to make.
welcome, and thank you too for giving us the privilege to learn
Thank
free.
you. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you, Minister Francis. God bless you.
Yes,
Also.
that's why I asked him, because the thing I will have to do the practice for me to get it well.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend and a week ahead
And you
also.
too.
All right.
Esther, please don't forget to share the video on
Yeah,
our
just
site.
send. Okay.
Yeah.
On